Hi everyone, welcome to
amazing channel of Brilliant Katha.
When you're rubbing one body with another body, electrons are transferred from one object to what? Another object. Okay, this process, this type of electricity is been given a name.
halogen connected carbon sp3, then it's connected to benzene. See all of you, halogen connected. What is this carbon hybridization? Full single bond sp3, see then a benzene ring.
Denominator poles shouldn't be included in the denominator poles. That means the denominator, these -1 and -5 should never be included in the solution.
Homocircle caudal fin. It's giving two equal lobes. But in case of cartilage fishes, look at here, one big lobe is there, one small lobe is there. You cannot cut into two equal half this fin.
Brilliant Katha.
Hello students, good evening you all. I hope you all are doing good. And in our last class, we have been discussed what? Principles of inheritance and molecular base of inheritance. And moreover, one molecular base of inheritance chapter on, we are planning one entire session. Because in our last class, you might have noticed only little less number of questions we discussed from molecular base of inheritance. But in this class, in this video session, we are coming with two chapters. One is
sexual reproduction in flowering plants.
One is human health and disease. These two chapters, students, today we are going to entirely revise these two chapters, 50 questions. Me and Krishna sir both are going to explain these two chapters, and these two chapter questions 100% help you to get good marks in NEET examination and as well as for your 19th final examination. Yes or no, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So shall we start now? Look at the first question.
Okay, let's start.
Look at the first question. First question is in 2016 question. This is a PYQ question. The question tell us, any one of you, anti-venom injection contains preformed antibodies. This anti-venom injection is a preformed antibodies. Can any one of you tell me what kind of immunity? Passive immunity, right? If you are directly administrating the antibodies into the patient, we call that a passive type of immunity. You got my point? And this is what kind of passive? This is artificial passive immunity. Fine. So while they're asking what? While polio drops that are administrated into the body contain polio drops. If you able to recall the acquired immunity, we discussed what tell me? Natural active acquired immunity, artificial active acquired immunity. Next, natural passive acquired immunity, and the next one is artificial passive acquired immunity. Four different type of immunities we discussed, right? Tell me, here they mentioned polio is given. So it is a type of what tell me? Artificial active acquired immunity. In this process, what we will do, tell me, what kind of antigens we will introduce in the patient body or in the person, administration to the person. Tell me, first one is activated pathogen. No, we will not administer activated pathogen. Activated pathogens are already, if it is entered in our body naturally prepared what? Antibodies. What type of immunity is there? HI. What is HI? Humoral immunity. That is a natural active immunity. But this is not good. Now here, harvested antibodies. It's harvested antibodies is what beta? Here already it is a passive type of one. So leave it that one. Next, gamma immunoglobulins and attenuated antigen or attenuated pathogen. So that means our T lymphocytes, our macrophages, our B lymphocytes will assume the real live activated pathogen come. So they started the procedure to synthesis antibodies against this antigen. So this process is called what? Vaccination. So first question answer is option D. Krishna sir, can you cross check how many of you given the correct answer? Any one of you given the correct answer? Come on, what's the first question answer? Tell me. The first question answer is option D is the right answer. Good, good, good. Correct, correct. Right. So I'm going to give the next question. Next question to Krishna sir. Sir, come.
Okay, let me start with the first question of sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Which of the following is correct? Pollination is always guaranteeing the transfer of right type of pollen on the stigma. So you might have learned about pollen pistil interaction. So don't think that always during a pollination, always the right type of pollens only fall on the stigma. It can be the wrong type also. So the first option is actually wrong. Now second one, pollen grains of wrong type only land on the stigma of plants, showing self-pollination. Self-pollinated plants, you can see it can be on pollens that will be falling. And if it is cleistogamous, only on pollens will be falling, and they don't require the pollinators also. That also is a point you should remember. Then pistil has the ability to recognize the pollen whether it is right or wrong type. That is the pollen pistil interaction's main point. They have the ability to understand whether it is the right type or whether it is the wrong type. And regarding the cross-pollinated plants, you should remember they have an adaptation, self-incompatibility. Even on pollens are considered as wrong type. Wrong type means, understand, it may be of some other species, or it may be of same species or the same flower if it is the cross-pollinated plant. So for cross-pollinated plants, wrong type of pollens may be including on pollens as well as some other species pollen. So some other plants of the same species only they will accept. So keep that point in mind, and this is the answer. Then the events from pollen deposition to stigma up to the entry of pollen tube into the ovary is pollen pistil interaction. No, it's up to the entry into the embryo sac is considered as pollen pistil interaction. So pollen pistil interaction, a question is coming in the board. You should also remember it's starting from the stigma up to the entry of pollen tube into the embryo sac. That much is actually called pollen pistil interaction. It's not up to the entry of ovary. It's into the ovule, into the embryo sac. So that's all about this question. Now let me hand over to Sandeep sir.
Right, look at here. Next question. Question number 3. In higher vertebrates, the immune system can distinguish self cell and non-self cell if this property is lost due to a genetic abnormality and it attack on self cell. 2016 again question. How many of you given correct answer? Right, Venkata, very good beta. Nayan, very good, absolutely correct. Next, Isha, you know in the NCERT clearly mentioned that the cells, the immune cells, if they fail to identify difference between the self cells and non-self cell with some genetical reason is given in NCERT, some other reason, you know, our body cells are going to attack on us. That means our body cells only, they assume these are antigens and they started to attack on us. So such type of diseases are very dangerous diseases. We call what? Autoimmune diseases. So first one is called what? Allergic response, and second one is graft rejection, third one is called autoimmune diseases. Active immunity is given. You know this one? Autoimmune diseases. There are two type of autoimmune diseases, right? One is called primary autoimmune diseases, secondary autoimmune diseases. Tell me here, what is the example of this one? Tell me. Primary autoimmune diseases example, NCERT, what is given? Rheumatoid arthritis is given in NCERT. You got my point? If you read the NCERT exactly about the example they given, some genetical reason and some other reasons to cause this type of diseases. Vitiligo also one of the example of rheumatoid, what they call autoimmune diseases. Second one is rheumatoid arthritis, also one type of what? Tell me, autoimmune disorder. So remember students, the third question answer is if our cell is failed to distinguish between the foreign particle and body cells, such type of diseases are called autoimmune diseases. So third question answer is what? Option C. Yes, good. Come sir.
Okay, next question. Syngamy and triple fusion is called. You know it is a unique feature of angiosperm. Syngamy and triple fusion together is called as what? Double fertilization. It is together called as double fertilization, which is a unique feature of angiosperm. The central cell becomes, after the triple fusion, the central cell is going to become primary endosperm cell. And you can see the two polar nucleus will be fusing to form secondary nucleus that fuses with the male gamete, that is forming primary endosperm nucleus. So the central cell will be developing into what? It will start developing into the endosperm. It can be the free nuclear endosperm, or it can turn into the cellular endosperm. The most common is the free nuclear endosperm. Then you can see the zygote will be developing into what? The zygote will be developing into embryo. Have you got the answer?
Yes,
Let me
yes,
check the
yes.
comment. Already they
Good,
commented,
good,
sir.
good.
So
Good, very
the
good.
answer
Kavya,
is two.
right, good. Who is this? Isham, very good.
Okay,
Absolutely
okay, they
correct.
are already commented.
Right.
Very good. So please also comment one more thing. How many gametes are involved in double fertilization, and how many nucleus is involved in double fertilization? Please comment fast. Let's check who is going to comment first. How many gametes are involved in double fertilization? 2 gametes only. No, it's a wrong answer. You should comment.
Who is this? Magashri, try it one more time.
Yes, Venkat. Venkat has commented.
Yes.
Venkata. It's actually 3 gametes involved, 1 egg and 2 male gametes. So that answer is correct. How many nucleus are involved in double fertilization? Gametes is actually 3 only. How many nucleus is involved? I want the answer. How many nucleus is involved? Keep commenting. 3 gamete is correct. Now how many nucleus is involved? Eta. No, the answer is 5. Okay, Reem has commented, sir.
Reem has commented? Yes.
Yes, it's 5
good.
nucleus.
Yes.
Kavya also commented it's 5 nucleus. 5 nucleus means understand 2 polar nucleus, 1 male gamete. Then the second male gamete and the egg. Total 5 nucleus is involved in double fertilization. And remember, it's the unique feature of angiosperm. Coming to the next question.
Look at here. Again, this is also 2015 student. These are the PYQs. Carefully look at here. The question tell us. Which of the following disease is caused by protozoan given? Protozoan is given. Can any one of you answer? Can anyone of protozoan? Fast. Right. Good. Very good. Protozoan. In the biological classification, we learn protistan, different type of protistan, and protozoan, different type of protozoan also. In human health and diseases, when we discuss about the pathogens, viral diseases, bacterial diseases, helminthes diseases, fungi diseases, and protozoan diseases, we understood. 2 type of protozoan diseases we discussed. Do you remember? One is called plasmodium, yes or no? One is protozoan is called plasmodium malaria, we discussed. Second one is called entamoeba histolytica. One is called entamoeba histolytica, that is amoebiosis disease. Do you remember enteric parasite? I explained you this one. Now influenza by what? Bacteria. What they call streptococcus pneumonia and haemophilus influenza. Gonorrhea, it is a bacteria. Neisseria gonorrhoeae bacteria. And amoebiosis, yes, it is a protozoan. Amoebic dysentery. Remember, this academic year there is a chance of amoebiosis question beta. Last year there was a plasmodium question only. So this time typhoid and amoebiosis, ascariasis, high chances there, pneumonia also. So answer is option B. Syphilis is given. Syphilis also bacteria. Here gonorrhea also bacteria. So here Neisseria gonorrhoeae. This is Neisseria gonorrhoeae, Treponema pallidum, bacteria name. So right answer is what? Right. Okay, good, very good.
Now coming to the next question. Which of the following is true? Emasculation is the removal of anther from the flower bud of unisexual flower. That is actually incorrect. We perform emasculation for a bisexual flower, which we are going to consider as a female parent. We will not be performing emasculation for unisexual flower. We don't have to remove the anther in the bud stage for a female flower. Now second statement, it's performed after the anther dehiscence. So that is also wrong. We have to perform it before the dehiscence of anther and release of pollen grain. Otherwise they will be getting dusted on the stigma. Then third statement, bagging prevent contamination of stigma with unwanted pollen. That is the right answer. So bagging will be preventing the contamination by unwanted pollens falling on the stigma. Then bagging is not important if artificial hybridization involves unisexual flower. Bagging is important. That means you have to put a cloth bag on the female flower. Otherwise, there is chance that other pollens can fall on the stigma. So bagging is important whether it is unisexual or bisexual. But emasculation should be done only for a bisexual flower, which should be considered as a female parent. I think all of them got the answer. Good. Now let's move to the next question.
Good. And in sexual reproduction, flowering plants chapter, student artificial hybridization, thoroughly prepare and go all the steps of artificial hybridization. Look at here, NEET 2013. Identify site where Ucheraria branch of T is normally found on human body. They are asking. Ucheraria branch of T, what type of organism? Helminthes organism, right? Ucheraria branch of T can cause what? Elephantiasis. Do you remember this one? So look at here, the given what? Lymphatic vessels of the lower limbs, muscles of the limbs, blood vessels of the thigh region, skin between the fingers is given. Skin between the fingers, do you remember? Do you remember we discussed this one is in fungi affecting, yes or no? So remember, if Ucheraria branch of T infection to lymphatic vessel, nocturnal animal, nocturnal periodicity, we discussed this one. The lymphatic vessels are started to infect and swell, so that can cause a what they call elephant foot like structure. That is called what? Elephantiasis. Good, 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 very good, very good. So the correct answer is option A is the right answer. So Naina, correct, very good. Naina, Ridya, right, good, very good, very good. So the right answer is what? Option A. Go to the next question, sir.
Next question. Consider the following statement and choose the wrong one. The hollow foliar structure that enclose, so you have to select the wrong one. The hollow foliar structure that enclose the leaf primordia in grass. Grass, you should understand, it's monocote. So the monocote seed structure you should try to recollect. So the hollow foliar structure that is actually enclosing the leaf primordia in the grass embryo is called. Is it coleorrhiza or what is that? Can you please comment which one is? Actually, this is the wrong statement. It's not coleorrhiza. Let's see who is going to comment first. Now let me move to the next options also. In between you can comment. Which is that structure? One is wrong. One is wrong. Yes, the first comment by Venkat. So the answer is coleoptile. That hollow foliar structure is not coleorrhiza. The hollow foliar structure is coleoptile. Next one, in strawberry, thalamus also contributes to the fruit formation and become edible. So that is an example. Cashew, strawberry, apple, all these are example of false fruit. That also try to remember. The cylindrical portion below the level of cotyledon is called hypocotyle. So when the embryo is developing, you should understand two cotyledons will be coming. The plumule part that is growing below the level of cotyledon is actually called as hypocotyle, which will form the lower stem, and above the level of cotyledon is actually called epicotyle, that will form the upper stem. And hypocotyle will terminate in the radicle and epicotyle will terminate in the plumule region. Unisexuality of flower induce cross pollination. That is also correct. Papaya. Male flower is in one plant, the staminate flower. Female flower is in another plant. They will actually promote which pollination? Cross pollination will be promoted. So dioecious, the term that is given in NCERT, please try to remember. Dioecious or dioecious, the sexes are separate. That will actually promote cross pollination. That is also a outbreeding device, adaptation of cross pollinating plants. Now coming to next question.
Right, good, 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 very good, very good. So this time 100 out of 100 should bring beta. Okay, in the NEET examination 360 out of 360 and theory examination 100 out of 100. Look at 2013 question. Infection of Ascaris usually occurs by Ascaris lumbricoides, nematodal worm. Nematodal worm can cause ascariasis disease, and this ascariasis caused by eating imperfectly cooked pork, and fly is given, mosquito bite is given. How simple question this is. Yes or no, Krishna sir? Very simple question, right? Yes, so look at the very, very easy question. Come on, what's the answer? Ah, good. This time Ascaris thoroughly prepare and go. So that tell me, drinking water contaminated eggs of Ascaris. This is actually mode of infection. Remember, Ascaris lumbricoides is the nematodal worm, can cause ascariasis disease. So answer is what option? D is the right option. Done. Next.
Next question. Which of the following is a genetic mechanism which prevent self-pollen from fertilizing the ovule? Dioecious condition. Dioecious condition means sexes are separate. That means male flower on one plant, female flower on another plant, like papaya. There you should understand there is no chance of self-pollination. There the xenogamy is compulsory. Then second one, self-incompatibility. So this is the third device, third outbreeding device that is actually coming in the cross-pollinating plant in order to prevent the self-pollination. That means if the flower is bisexual, pollen release and stigma receptivity, if it is synchronized, then only mechanism that can prevent the self-pollination is self-incompatibility, the genetic mechanism. They will not accept all own pollens if it is falling on the stigma. So that is the answer. Then cleistogamous flowers, remember, they are invariably autogamous. That means closed flowers. They will never undergo cross-pollination. They can undergo only self-pollination. Monoecious condition. If the plant is having both the sexes, that means either a bisexual flower or both male and female flower, like maize and castor, they can undergo only what? Self-pollination. Maize and castor, it is gytinogamy. But remember, bisexual flower is coming, there is chance of which one? Autogamy. So remaining all I can tell, they are adaptations of naturally self-pollinating plant. Whereas self-incompatibility or self-sterility, that is the adaptations of naturally cross-pollinating plant. Okay, sir.
Right? Next question. Look at the next question. Did they give an answer?
Yeah,
yes.
answered.
Simple question. Now in human health and disease, now beta we're going to discuss a little more difficult question also, but a simple, initially simple questions are there. This is only just 11th question. Which of the following viruses is not transmitted through semen of an infected male is given? Any one of you, very good, absolutely. They're asking what? Which of the following virus is not? Do you remember from supplement material, 2 viral diseases we discussed? One is called dengue, one is called chikungunya. Here, human immunodeficiency virus can transfer because it is the one which is going to be a sexually transmitted disease, right? So in semen also it is there, and in vaginal fluid also this virus can stay. In blood also it can stay. Chikungunya, it's a fly through fly. So it's a mosquito through vector mosquito, and also it's a viral disease. It's not from semen. Ebola virus, and also what, tell me, hepatitis B is given. Can any one of you tell me here? Yes. Chikungunya is not going to transmit it through what, tell me? Semen. So I am going to write what, tell me? Option B is the right answer. Am I clear? Right, very good, absolutely. For the next question.
Next question. The advantages of seeds to angiosperms are. So what are the, so here also one question is expected coming to board also. You can see what are the advantages of seed production in the plant. So here significance of seed. It can get dispersed to new areas. So from the plant you can see there will be avoiding the competition or overcrowding around the plant and all. So they can get disposed to new areas and all when it is picked by some animals or else the wind, etc. Different seed dispersal mechanism they are having. Then second one, they generate new genetic recombination leading to variation. That is also correct, because seed is generally a product of sexual reproduction. New combinations of characters will be coming together. So it can bring new combination of character. So these two are actually correct. Then seed formation, it does not depend on water. That is also an NCERT statement. So all the options are correct regarding the seeds of angiosperm. So learn this concept also nicely.
Right, look at the next question. Look at the next question. Very simple question. This is also, remember, 2 type of immunities. What type of immunity? Acquired immunity. And 4 type of barriers in where? Innate immunity. Physical, physiological, cellular, and also cytokine. Remember, in case of acquired immunity, we discuss humoral immunity and also cell mediate immunity. Humoral immunity by which cells? Tell me. B lymphocyte cell. Cell mediate immunity by what? T lymphocyte cells. Do you remember this one? B T lymphocyte cells are essential cells in where? Acquired immunity. Got my point? Now, B cells have an ability to produce what? A proteins called what? Antibodies. Yes or no? Antibodies are polypeptide chain, polypeptide proteins. The cell mediate immunity inside the human body is carried out by cell mediate immunity is carried out by what? Tell me. T lymphocyte cells. T lymphocyte cells are participate in cell mediate immunity, but they will not produce what? Antibodies. No, they will not produce what? Tell me. Antibodies. So what is cell mediate immunity? This T lymphocyte cells, especially TC cells, will be destroy the viral infected or infected cells aponization, and also they make a perforation, and they will rupture the entire the cell. So it is what beta, not by the production of antibody. If it is production by the antibody is given in the question, remember that is a HI humoral immunity. And one more important thing, in the graft rejection also T lymphocyte cells are participate. When organ transplantation, when one person to other person, when organ is transplant, tell me this T lymphocyte cells started participating where graft rejection. To suppress these lymphocytes, we are giving something. Can any one of you tell me that organ transplantation person is taking something to suppress these lymphocytes? Can any one of you tell me what kind of substances we are giving to this person, organ transplant person? What type of substances we are giving? Can any one of you? Very go immunosuppressor agent. Give me the example of immunosuppressor agent. What is the immunosuppressor agent? Common example, tell me. Tell me, all of you. Immunosuppressor agent is cyclosporin A, come from trichoderma. Usna given, very good Venkata. Trichoderma polysporum 1 fungi. We are obtaining this chemical called what? Cyclosporin A. This cyclosporin A is an immunosuppressor agent. So cell mediate immunity by where? From where? T lymphocyte cell. Remember. Next question, sir.
Next question. Shall I go for? Yeah. Go back. So choose the plant having multicarpellary apocarpus gynoecium. You know that if you take the carpel, if it is a single carpel, that is monocarpellary, like mango, coconut, etc. But if many carpels are coming, that is multicarpellary. In that itself, if they are fused, it is called syncarpus, and if they are free, it is called as apocarpus. So apocarpus means, understand, the gynoecium will be having many carpels and each carpel will be free. Like this, you can see many carpels are coming and each carpel will be free from each other. This condition only we call it as apocarpus. So here you have to learn not only Michelia, you have to also learn about lotus as well as rose. That is given in morphology of flowering plants in grade 11. Then remaining papaver, hibiscus, as well as papaya, all these you can see they are multicarpellary and syncarpus. And also try to recollect two families from morphology chapter which you learned, which is multicarpellary and syncarpus. So multicarpellary, syncarpus example also, if possible, please write and keep. It will be including the family like Brassicaceae. Brassicaceae is which family? Mustard family, cruciferae. Second, you can write about the Liliaceae. Liliaceae family, lily family, then the Solanaceae. These three family, the potato family, all these will be having multicarpellary and syncarpus condition. Many carpels, but they are fusing. Either it will form a single chamber or it will form many chamber. Each chamber will be representing one carpel. Like that it would be coming. So that's all about the multicarpellary, apocarpus and syncarpus gynoecium.
Right? Next, are you there? Right, Husna. Next, look at here. Next question. Many diseases can be diagnosed by observing the symptoms. Diagnosis by observing the symptoms. Stomach pain, fever, what are the different symptoms are there? Based on symptom we are identify the disease. In the patient, which group of symptoms are indicating pneumonia? Now I want answer all the 4 option diseases, not only pneumonia. Look at here, in the question they are asking pneumonia. Find out the pneumonia characteristic feature. Difficult in respiration, fever, chill, cough and headache is given. Okay. Next, constipation, abdominal pain, cramp and blood clot. This is the characteristic feature of, can any one of you tell me option B is the symptom of which disease, my dear? Okay, that pneumonia everyone can got. Understand, but understand, it's very easy. Very easy. But can you tell me which disease is this, my dear? I told you this time 4 major diseases, high chances there. Tell me. Yes, absolutely. Sham, very good. Absolutely. Now nasal congestion and discharge, cough, sore throat is mentioned and headache is mentioned. What is C disease? What is C disease then? Tell me. C. Option C is what? Common cold, right? Is this common cold or not? Come on, answer me. Option C, which disease? Right, very good, absolutely. Now, high fever, weakness, stomach pain, loss of appetite, and constipation, 39 to 40 degrees Celsius of fever, temperature also there. Can any one of you guess which disease is this? Which disease is there? What kind of test we will conduct? Yes, tell me all of you. Option D is which disease? Absolutely, salmonella, typhoid. Who is that? Magastri, absolutely correct, my dear. Kavya, very good, absolutely. Next, who is this? Sabbas beta, Ridya, good, very good. So the correct answer of this one, pneumonia, option A. Can any one of you tell me in the severe conditions what happened in pneumonia? Lips and nails convert into grayish to blue color due to the low oxygen level in blood. Got my point? Right, next question.
Next question. Megasporangia of seed plants is equivalent to. So don't make a mistake here. Megasporangia is equivalent to ovule. So ovule is representing the megasporangia. Structure of megasporangia, hope you know about that. There is a funicle, point of attachment hilum, basal part is thalassa, and there is integuments, bitechmic integument, and there is a micropyle, inner to that nucellus. Then at the center there is the embryo sac. And remember, the ovule is anatropous. It is 180-degree inverted in majority of the angiosperm. So that term also try to remember. So ovule represent megasporangia and embryo sac represent female gametophyte. Don't select embryo sac. So it is female gametophyte. The one which is actually producing the gamete is called as gametophyte. So egg is produced inside the embryo sac. Embryo sac is female gametophyte. Ovule represent megasporangia. Keep this in mind. Already all have commented.
Yes,
now go to next question.
Next question. Look at the next question. Next question. Very, very important. Human health and disease, two important topics, beta. One is drugs, one is HIV, cancer. Both together. Also, other I can say three topics. One is called drugs, complete about the drug information. One is called HIV, AIDS, and cancer. Look at the question. In malignant tumor, that means cancer tumor, the cells proliferate, grow rapidly and move to other parts of the body to form a new tumor. This disease, this stage of disease, this process is known as, yes, absolutely. Who is this? Who is this? Jos. Yes, beta. Very good. Absolutely. Who is this? Dia. Very good. It is called, what, tell me? Metastasis. Remember, my dear kids, in the exam, if question come, write the characteristic feature of cancer cell, myeloma cells. Myeloma cell characteristic feature of loss of contact inhibition, continuous uncontrolled division, and neoplasia, and you can write for metastasis characteristics. So proto-oncogene convert into or mutant into oncogene. So this is the capacity. Because of this capacity, they can form a primary tumor, secondary tumor. So remember, malignant tumor have the capacity to creep, to spread. So in chemotherapy, what I said in the class, in chemotherapy, that freely moving cells, cancer cells, will be killed by the giving of antibodies. So correct answer is what? Yes. And metastasis. Next question.
Sir.
Look at here. This question. SCID. SCID, severe combined immunological disease or disorder. What is given? SCID. So we discussed this SCID in where? Gene therapy. Do you remember? Gene therapy, we discussed about this SCID. It is what? Tell me. One enzyme deficiency. That is enzyme. What enzyme is? ADA enzyme. ADA enzyme. Adenosine deaminase enzyme due to the deletion of gene, I said, is a primary immunodeficiency. My dear kids, remember, primary immunodeficiency diseases, secondary immunodeficiency disease means what? Look at here, 2 minutes, try to understand. If in a lifetime of a person who got that immunological deficient, that means immune power is decreasing by acquiring of any viruses. For example, in HIV AIDS, a person did not born with HIV, but it is not a congenital. HIV AIDS is not a congenital disease, right? It is not a congenital disease. So what happened? A person who acquired this disease, because of this virus, the immune power is slowly coming down. Such type of disorders are called secondary immunological deficiency disorder. Example, hey, HIV AIDS. The AIDS, the name tells us acquired, we are acquiring in our lifetime. But if our immune system is low or non-functional from the day one, from birth with gene defect, primary, example is SCID. SCID is a primary immunodeficiency, because the baby, the humans will born with the disease due to the lack of the gene or genetical problem. Example is SCID. So example is what, tell me? SCID. And statement 2, this statement is correct, beta. It is a serious congenital immunodeficiency. So what is the said statement is correct or not? Tell me now, is the statement is correct or not? Tell me now. Any one of you, come on. Yes. So correct, tell me, answer is what, tell me? First statement is true, statement second also true, statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement A. So answer is what? Absolutely correct. I love student. Good, very good, but I love you all. Absolute. So correct answer is option A. I am going. Next question, sir.
Oldest viable seed is of that of. So you have learned so many examples in the last part of the chapter, the viability of seeds. Like the pollens we are discussing about the viability, seeds also will be having different viability time. So some plants you can see, they may be remaining viable. They can retain the capacity of germination for many years. One of them is Lupinus arcticus. So learn it, Lupinus arcticus had a viability of 10,000 years. It has been excavated from Arctic tundra. Then the second example you should learn in NCERT is date palm, Phoenix dactylifera. It was having a viability of 2000 years. It was excavated from the King Herod's palace near to Dead Sea. That also you should learn. Then remaining two example, striga, that is a parasitic plant with many tiny seeds inside. Even orchids you can see, they are having many tiny seeds inside. So these all points please go through. Now coming to next point.
Next question. Now any one of you, look at the simple question. You have to just think better. You have to just think. HIV infection can be avoided by using physical barriers, condom. Is statement correct or not? Physical barriers are giving protection from where? Protection from STD, and also it work like a what? Contraceptive, what they call methods, right? This statement is correct. Now statement number 2, condoms secrete antiviral interferons. Is this true statement? Is this true? No, what antiviral? Nothing is this. So answer is what, tell me? Both are correct. One is true, R is what, beta? False. So answer is what, option? You got my point? Is correct or not? Statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is absolutely yes. Very good, Magaste. Next, beta.
Next one, match the following. Remnants of nucellus. Remnants of nucellus are actually called as perisperm. You know that in some seeds like the sugar beet as well as the black pepper, after the seed formation also, inside the seed there is a persistent nucellus. That is actually called perisperm. One expected question. Then formation of fruit without fertilization, that is actually called parthenocarpy. In banana, some seedless grapes and all, some hormones can actually induce, already answer came, some hormones can actually induce the formation of fruit from the ovary without fertilization. That is called as parthenocarpy. Then cotyledons of seed in grass, that is scutellum. You can see a single cotyledon that is coming, that is scutellum. Then occurrence of more than one embryo. More than one embryo can be produced inside the seeds of mango. And you can see citrus. That is citrus also. Mango and citrus you can see. That is actually called polyembryony. So these all are the expected areas. So you should learn the examples also. Don't skip the example. It's very important to learn the example. 2, 4, 1, 3. 2, 4, 1, 3. 3.
Right? Shall we go to the next question? Are you ready? This is the most important. Student, this time properly prepare and go. Antibody structure. Structure of antibody. What is the correct answer? Look at here. The diagram shows the antibody molecule. Identify A to F is given. A to F is given. Let me take the red marker. A, B, C, and total together D is given here, and E, F is given. Any one of you try this one. Where is the antibody binding site? Where exactly antibody binding site? It is a big options are there, beta. Take time, read properly, read and answer me. The first, A, antigen, not antibody, antigen binding site. One is antigen binding site. B, variable region. Let me write here first. This one is called variable part of heavy chain. Am I clear? Heavy chain. And what about this one? Constant part of heavy chain. What about this one? Variable part of light chain. And this one is called constant part of light chain. Got my point? So tell me here, what is given? A is what? Antigen binding site. B, variable chain of L chain. L is the heavy chain. L is what they call, beta, here it is when long chain is given, or light chain is given, light chain is given, and constant region is given. What is the C? C is constant region of L chain is given. D, L, what they call, a light polypeptide chain. Where is D? D is light polypeptide chain, okay. E, heavy polypeptide chain. Where is E? This is heavy polypeptide chain. And H, like last one, this what disulfide bond is given. We know between the two polypeptide chain what is that? Disulfide bonds are there. Now here this is a disulfide bond. What's wrong in this one? Antigen binding site, constant region is given. B is not a constant region, leave it. B is the variable region, okay. Now option C, antigen binding site, variable part of L chain, and C, constant region. Where is C? C, constant region of L chain. D, heavy chain polypeptide chain. What is D? Where is D? D is what? Tell me, heavy chain is given. So this is not correct. It is not a heavy chain. D is light chain, right? Look at the entire one is light chain, right? It is not a heavy chain. Leave it. Last one is called antigen binding site, variable part of L chain. C is constant region of L chain, and D is light polypeptide chain. D is what? Tell me again, the light polypeptide. Okay, light polypeptide chain, and E, heavy polypeptide chain, and C, hydrogen bond is not a correct answer. So what is the right answer? Right, absolutely, absolutely. Very good. Who is this? Fahad and Magashri. Everyone, absolutely. Remember, my dear kids, 1 minute, hold a minute, don't go. We know there are IG, IgA, IgG, IgM, IgE, and IgD. Different type of immunoglobulins are there. You know, if one immunoglobulin, particular immunoglobulin is there, and this immunoglobulin antibody sites are vary from one immunoglobulin to other immunoglobulin. That's the reason why in humoral immunity we discuss antibodies are specific to specific antigen. Specific to specific antigen. For example, in this exactly this area, I am taking one particular antigen like this. Okay, let me erase this one and show. Now this is a particular antigen, I said. So one more virus is there here. That virus is like this shape. So this shape cannot bind here, my dear, because this is a, for example, IgA I am taking. IgG antibodies, is variable parts are this antibody binding site, variable parts are different. So this virus cannot bind. So every specific virus or specific antigen, specific antibodies are there. That's why one is a variable part, one is a constant. So what is the meaning of constant part? My dear kids, this part is common for all of I. This part also common for all of I. But all this one have, these two regions are vary. That's why variable part of polypeptide chain. Remember all of you. Absolutely correct, Sabas. So I am going with option A. Good. This time antibody structure thoroughly prepare, beta. Antibody structure absolutely important. Properly prepare and go. Very good, very good. Absolutely. Next.
Which of the following is a parasitic angiosperm which produce large number of tiny seeds? So last part of the chapter, the plants with lot of tiny seeds has been given. In that orchids are there, Orobanki is there, Striga is there. So out of the given option, you have to select Orobanki and Striga. You should remember. There are two parasitic plants example which is producing large number of tiny seeds. Got it? Coming to next question.
Next question. This is HIV mode of infection. HIV mode of infection. Chalo, all of you try to find out the answer. Many times I said in the class to practice this question. Question will come from the HIV infection. Try all of you. The given this one is this. A. So from virus to something is introduced. If I am not wrong, this is viral RNA. Okay. Along with viral RNA, something also come. What is that? Reverse transcriptase enzyme. Okay. Next, B is given. With the help of this reverse transcriptase enzyme, something is making. What is that? DNA. Which DNA? Viral DNA. And C, this viral DNA incorporate in the nucleus of macrophage or host cell. Very good, very good, absolutely better, very good. Now the C is incorporating, and D, this DNA, this viral RNA is making new viruses. So what's the correct answer? Yes, look at here. The first, viral DNA introducing. No, it is not a DNA virus, it is a RNA virus, right? So next here it is viral RNA introduced into cell. Viral RNA. B is what? Tell me. Viral DNA. So it is not correct. Leave it. Next, viral RNA introduced in cell. Viral DNA. Next, what? Tell me. Viral DNA incorporate in the host DNA. New viral RNA produce. Okay. Next, viral DNA. No. So what is the correct answer of this question? What is the correct answer of this question? So option A is correct. Option C correct. Try to cross check all of you. Try all of you. Try. How it is A, my dear? How it is A? Who is that? Venkata. Look at the first option is viral DNA introducing into the cell is given. Viral DNA will go or viral RNA will go? What will go? Viral RNA go or viral DNA go? Come on, try all of you. What will go then? So what is the correct answer? Answer is what? Option A or option C? Good. Option C. Let me read one more time. See, viral RNA introduced into the host cell. Viral DNA form. Look at viral DNA form. Viral DNA incorporate in the host DNA. New viruses are formed. So what's the correct answer? I hope you all are cross checking. Very good. You got my point? It is not A, because in the A, what is given? Viral DNA given, beta. HIV virus is a single stranded RNA virus, right? So it introduced what? Virus RNA introduced with the help of reverse transcriptase enzyme. RNA make DNA. How many of you got my point? Yes. So correct answer is what? Option C. I am writing.
Got it.
Next question.
Next question. The endosperm is consumed by developing embryo in the seed of. The question is regarding X-albuminous or non-endospermic seed. So here, out of the given option, which all are endospermic and which all are non-endospermic? Let's say maize and rice. You already know they are endospermous and they are example of monocot. Then coming to rice and castor. Castor, even though it is a dicot, you should understand it's an example of endospermous. Then pea and beans, both are dicot, and during dicot, when the embryo is developing, they will completely consume the developing endosperm. So it is an example of non-endospermous. So the question is regarding non-endospermous or X-albuminous. Example is pea and bean. That's all.
Right, Abu, yes, better, yes, I remember you, I got you, good, very good. Now, which one of the following options, the two examples are correctly matched with their particular type of immunity given? Particular type of immunity, two are correctly matched, something is wrong, so carefully look at here. One is polymorphic nuclear leukocyte and monocyte is given. Type of immunity, cellular barrier is given. This is actually innate type of, but all are innate type is given, right? Active immunity, okay, innate immunity is given. Now, anti-tetanus, anti-snake bite injection is active immunity. I told you this is passive. Why it is passive? Because we will introduce direct ready-made antibodies. Right? Next, saliva, mouth and tears are physiological, not physical, physiological. Am I correct? Very good, but it is physiological. Done. Last one is called mucus coating of epithelium lining of urinogenital tract and also HCl. Physical. No, it is what? Tell me. Physiological. Now what is called? Physiological is given. It is actually what? Tell me. You got my point? So what is the correct answer of this question? Come on, any one of you tell me. Cellular barriers, NK cells are there, polymorphic nuclear cells are there, monocytes are there, and also what tell me, phagocytes are belongs to what tell me? Yes. So correct answer is what tell me? Absolutely. So answer is option A. Next question.
Next question, in which of the following both autogamy and geitonogamy is prevented? So the answer to this is papaya. Papaya, already I said, they are actually dioecious, unisexual plant. One plant will be having only the male flower and the other plant will be having only the female flower. The female flower is called what? Female flower is actually the pistillate flower and the male flower is staminate. So you can see here they can actually transfer the pollen grains from anther to stigma of different flower. So here cynogamy become compulsory. So in which of the following both autogamy and geitonogamy is not possible? Here you can see they can have only which one? Cynogamy. So the answer is papaya. Hope you got it.
Right.
Many have commented.
Yes. Very good. Next one. Next one. Is it correct? Yes. Who is this? Fahad. Yes, my dear. Now look at here. What is given? Cyclosporin A is an immunosuppressive drug is produced by. Very simple. I will not explain, just direct answer. Very good. Tell me, it is cyclosporin A immunosuppressor agent is absolutely Trichoderma polysporum. Monascus purpurus is what? Statins. Monascus purpurus is statins. What? Tell me. We discussed what statins are coming, and that is called, tell me, clot. The blood cholesterol lowering agent, right? So Trichoderma, Aspergillus niger is what? Citric acid. Penicillium notatum is antibody. Good, very good. Who is that? Fahad? No, my dear. It is option Trichoderma polysporum. Cyclosporin A from Trichoderma. Done. Right? Next
one. Given below are two statements. Let's see two statements. One is assertion and the other is reason. So here assertion. Development of seeds through apomixis help to maintain hybrid traits. That is correct only, because apomixis is the formation of what? It is the formation of seed without fertilization. That is the reason NCERT also mentioned it is an asexual reproduction, that is mimicking sexual reproduction. So here seed is formed directly without fertilization, so there is no chance of any genes getting lost. So here understand, development of seeds through apomixis help to maintain hybrid. If you have made a hybrid plant, that genes will never segregate because it's an asexual reproduction. There is no gamete formation or anything. Reason, apometic seed does not allow segregation of trait because it is asexual reproduction. So here both assertion and reason are correct. And reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Already all have commented, that is the answer. Now let's move to next question.
Look at the next question. Which of the following statement is correct with respect to immunity? They are asking. Which of the following what? Correct respect to immunity. There is a correct statement. Statement number 1. Preformed antibodies need to be injected. Treat the bite of viper snake. Okay, the antibodies against smallpox pathogen are produced by T lymphocytes. Antibodies are from T lymphocyte. No, I told you what? From B lymphocyte, not from T lymphocyte. Antibodies are protein molecule each which have 4 light chain. 2 light chains are there. Something in mistake here. Rejection of kidney graft, the function of B lymphocyte. It is a T lymphocyte. Say cross check, sir. My students are given or not? Very good. So the right answer is what?
Very good. Keep commenting like that.
What type of immunity I said, Ray? What type of immunity is this? What type of immunity? Yes, very good. Faster finger. Come on. Very good. What is that? Passive. What type of one? Tell me. Passive. Because look at that. Directly antibody administration, beta. So remember. So we can write what? Tell me. Passive. So option A. Passive. Got my point? Good. Venkata. Very good. Who is that next? Usna. Good. Very good. So next question, sir.
Next one. Which of the following statements are correct? Sorry, the question is to select the wrong statement. So here, embryo development precedes endosperm development. First statement itself is wrong. You already know that. Because after endosperm formation only, the embryo development will take place. So that NCERT line, please check it again. It's not embryo development precede endosperm development. It is endosperm development precedes embryo development. Already all have
Yes,
answered.
good.
Let's check the second one also. Commelina oxalis possess both cleistogamous and chasmogamous flowers. That is also correct. They have both open and closed type of flowers. In that, remember, cleistogamous flowers are actually invariably autogamous. They cannot undergo any other type of pollination. They are invariably self-pollinated plant. Lupinus arcticus is excavated from Arctic tundra and it is having a lifespan of how many years? Or it had a seed viability of 10,000 years. Apometic embryo in citrus arise from nucellus. So in the nucellus, understand, inside the seed, the embryo is formed from nucellus and it is formed without fertilization also. That point is also correct. So all are correct except the first one. Hope you got it. Yes, A is incorrect.
Good. Next question. Look at the next question. Most important, my dear kids, I am telling you, I have been telling you to focus on drugs part. What is, here there are two given beta. One is called A, one is called B. One is A, one is B. Tell me which one is cannabinoids, which one is heroin and what they call first opioids. Can any one of you come on? Think, my dear. Come on. Cross check, sir. How many of you will first answer? Come on, fast. Which one is cannabinoids? Which one is opioids or morphine? Come on. Think.
A commented.
Think. So A, cocaine, erythroxylum coca. Okay. Next, accelerate the transport of dopamine is given. Okay.
A
Next,
cannabinoid by Magasri.
Okay.
A cannabinoid.
Next, okay. Now, what about the next one is called heroin? B is heroin, cannabis sativa is given. Heroin is are from where? Papaver somniferum. Okay, right, Magasri. Okay, B is what tell me? Cannabinoids, Atropa belladonna. Cannabinoids from where? Cannabis sativa. Yes or no? Atropa belladonna is not the correct answer. Morphine, A, morphine, Papaver somniferum, sedative and painkiller. So, what must be the correct answer of this question? What is the correct answer of this question? Come on, fast. A, B, C, D. So come on, fast. Come on. Search.
A. Sanch A.
Oh, Sanch A. Reem also. Oh, A.
A is morphine.
Next. A. Okay, sir. Next.
Nayan A.
Nayan A. Hridya, Faiza. What is the correct answer of this one?
Magasri also A. They are commenting.
Morphine, okay, so that means, yes, good. Now, what about the last one? Tell me, cocaine, erythroxylum coca, accelerate the transport of dopamine. This morphine is papaver somniferum is given. Is it correct or not? The last one, option D. What is the wrong in option D? Yes, Usna, yes, beta, yes, I'm calling you. Yes, you're very good, absolutely correct, very good. Right, good, very good. So, what's the correct answer of this one? We can write. Tell me here, cocaine, erythroxylum coca. I'm writing option A is correct. Right, papaver somniferum, morphine from, tell me. Right. Papaver, heroin and morphine. That's from where? Tell me what? There is a opioids. What's the opioids are coming from where? Papaver somniferum. No, next question, sir. Next question.
Wind pollinated flowers are characterized by all of the following features except. So wind pollinated flowers, if you are taking, you should understand they will be having lightweight pollen and they will be releasing the pollens in enormous amount, so that the success rate will increase. Second, a single ovule can actually have present in an ovary. If it is an inflorescence, you can see in every ovary one ovule only will be coming. That is also a characteristic of plants that are pollinated by wind. Then one example in NCERT, remember, corn-cob tassels. The tassels will be for collecting the pollen grain. Then sticky pollen grain is actually wrong. That is actually a character of the pollination by insect, entomophily.
Good.
Then feathery stigma, please remember, corn-cob tassel, 2023, last year the NEET question it is. So in corn cob, you should understand they will be having a feathery stigma like this on the style. The purpose is to trap the pollen grain. So tassel, the question came, what is the function? The main function is trapping what? The pollen grains. So all these are the characteristic of plants that are pollinated by wind, anemophily. So example, grass, even water hyacinth, water lily, flowers are emerging above the surface of water. They undergo wind pollination. Hope you got it. Okay, already comment has came. Now come to the next one.
Right. Next, look at the next one. Very good, very good. I'll call all students I'll call. Don't worry. Reem, Husna, Naina, Ridya, everyone I'll call. Don't worry. Right, Venkat, very good. Can you do this question now? Can you do this question? What the question is telling? The correct statement which respect to a disease immunization. Disease and immunization. Due to some reason, B T lymphocyte damage, the body will not produce antibody against pathogen. Not produce antibody against pathogen. Injection of dead inactivated pathogen cause passive immunity. Dead inactivated pathogen, it is not passive immunity, it is active immunity. Certain protozoan have been used to mass production of hepatitis B vaccination is given. Next, injection of snake anti-venom against the snake bite is an example of active immunity is given. So here option C, if you cross-check the NCERT textbook with the help of rDNA technology, hepatitis B vaccinations are developed by yeast is given. Yeast is given. What is given? Tell me. Yeast. Do you remember this one? What are recombinant technology? With the help of recombinant technology, tell me, hepatitis B vaccines are developed from which microorganism? Yeast given in NCERT. But what is given here? Certain protozoan have been used to production of hepatitis B vaccine. It is not protozoan. It is yeast. NCERT mentioned. I make clear. Are you with me? Are you with me? Yes. So what is the correct answer of what is the correct answer of this question? Come on, tell me. What is the correct statement of this question? Fast. Good. Who is this, sir? Who is this? Nadia, correct answer. So right, what is the correct answer? The right answer is, due to some reason, if BT lymphocytes are damaged, the body will not produce antibodies, because B lymphocytes only going to produce the protein, immunoglobulin protein. So C that given. Who is this? Who is this? Reem Alam. It is a C. Look at beta. Certain protozoan have been used to production of hepatitis B vaccine is given. Hepatitis B vaccine from yeast beta. Yeast is not a protozoa. Yeast is not. It is a fungi. You know, in biological classification we discuss yeast is what? Ascomycetes fungi. So answer is what? Option A is the right answer. What's wrong in D? In D I said what? Tell me. In D, example of active immunity. Snake bite is passive, my dear. It is a passive one. So answer is, don't get confused beta. Don't get confused. Okay, no problem. Small mistakes will happen. This mistake should not be repeated in final examination. Am I clear, Reem? No problem beta. Next question.
Next one. Find out the correct statement. 1. Most common endosperm is nuclear type. Second one, tender coconut water is cellular endosperm. That is actually wrong. So you should understand, after double fertilization, the primary endosperm nucleus and zygote is here. Two types of endosperm can be formed. Either you can see after the zygote formation, the zygote is here. Primary endosperm nucleus will undergo free nuclear division like this. This is actually called free nuclear endosperm. Example of free nuclear endosperm is what? The coconut milk fluid. Second, you can see after this free nuclear division, around each nucleus, if the cell cytoplasm is dividing, like this it is happening, that is actually cellular endosperm. So two types of endosperms are there. Coconut milk fluid is not an example of cellular endosperm. It's actually an example of the free nuclear endosperm. Coconut has both free nuclear endosperm and cellular type of endosperm. So 1 as well as 3 is actually correct. Second statement is wrong. Hope you got it. So 1 and 3. So correct statements in that is 1 and 3. So remember, there is free nuclear endosperm, that is coconut milk fluid, and around that the white kernel that is appearing is cellular endosperm, and the most common type of endosperm is also free nuclear endosperm. Already comment came. Okay,
Good.
we are moving to next one.
So we are going to very fast beta. We are going to finish. This is now 37th one. 50 questions are there. 13 more questions. We will go very fast. 15 minutes. Which of the following options give the correct matching of disease? Which of the following is correct matching disease with the causative organism and mode of infection? Disease, causative organism, mode of infection. This type of questions can come for 3 mark also. They may give here A, here they will give C, and they give one symptom. They give one mode of infection or the symptom, one hint they will give. They ask you to write the causative agent, they ask you to write the mode of infection, or they ask you to write the symptom, anything they can ask. Typhoid, Salmonella typhi with inspired air, leave it. This is what? Contaminated food. You do remember the woman name? Typhoid Mary, yes. Pneumonia, Streptococcus pneumoniae, droplet infection, correct. Elephantiasis, Wuchereria bank of tea, infectious water, no. Malaria, Plasmodium vivax, and bite of Anopheles mosquito. It's correct only, right? What's wrong here in the option D? Option D, what's wrong here? They mention the male. It is a female mosquito. So answer is what, tell me? Option B. Option B is the right answer. Typhoid is inspired. No, better. It is contaminated food, right? So correct answer is option B. Absolutely correct. Next question, sir.
Next one. Polyembryony is common in, we already discussed polyembryony, development of more than one embryo inside the seed is called polyembryony. So it may be from the zygote after fertilization, as well as from the nucellus, as well as from the integument. Like that, more than one embryo formation is polyembryony. Example, both citrus and mango.
So answer is 4. These are correct answer. Next question. Look at the next question. The pathogen Microsporum responsible for ringworm disease in human belongs to the same kingdom of organism as that of. You have to think better. This is little related to 11th grade also. So immediate answer will not come. Let me check how many of you give immediate, spontaneous, fast answer. Okay, wow, very good, Sabas. Taenia is a platform. Platyhelminthes, leave it. Wuchereria, Nematohelminthes, leave it. Rhizopus, hold a minute. And mold is given, hold a minute. Ascaris, helminths better, leave it. They are given what? Microsporum responsible for. Microsporum belongs to a kingdom, what? Tell me, fungi. So here, Rhizopus also fungi. Do you remember Phycomycetes, Rhizopus, Ram example we given. R-A-M, Ram. Rhizopus, albugo, mucar. Do you remember this mnemonic? So what's the correct answer of this one? Who is this? Isham is given. Nadia, it's not D beta. It's not D. Microsporum is actually fungi, but D, Ascaris is a nematoda beta. It is a nematodon. It is a nematode or Ascalmenthes. So answer is what? Option C come. Option C come. You got my point? So whoever given the D, so try to recall, try to rectify beta. They are asking Microsporum responsible for which kingdom they given. You got my point? It is the kingdom of fungi. So kingdom of fungi one is what? Rhizopus and mold. So I am going with option C.
Next question. While planning for an artificial hybridization program involving dioecious plant, so learn the dioecious plants where the sexes are separate, like papaya. The plants, which of the following step would not be relevant? You already know if it is unisexual, we don't have to go for which one? Emasculation. Bagging, dusting, rebagging, all that things you should follow, but you should not do emasculation because it's a unisexual flower. That's all.
Right.
Now going to
next
the next
one. 41. Only 9 more questions are there. Very simple question. A certain patient is suspected to be suffering from acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, AIDS. Now, which diagnostic technique? Some particular diagnostic technique is there which is based on antigen antibody reaction. What is that one? Tell me. Ultrasound, MRI, vital test for what? Typhoid. And next one, tell me. ELISA. What is ELISA? Enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. 1 minute. I want the enzyme name better, this one. Which enzyme is involving here? Any one of you tell me which enzyme is actually involving in this ELISA? Anyone? Fast. Enzyme, not okay. That enzyme linked immunosorbent assay everyone knows. But this enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, we will use one specific enzyme to identify antigen antibody complex. Any one of you? Which one? Absolutely. Who is this? Ridya. Very good, beta. Alkaline phosphatase. If you add the alkaline phosphatase, antigen antibody complex will form with particular color. If the color is not there, antigen antibody complex is not there, the person does not infected with what? Tell me. Pathogen. So answer is option A is the right answer.
Next question. Perispermous seed is seen in. Already we discussed. The persistent nucellus in the seed is called as perisperm. And example of that is two only in NCERT, black pepper and sugar beet.
So answer is black pepper, perisperm. Which of the following statement correct? Which of the following statement correct? 43. 7 more questions only. Wait a minute. Don't leave this group. Now, which one of the following statement is correct? Benign tumor shows the property of metastasis. Listen here. One tumor has formed. This is, for example, this is a benign tumor. I told you in the class. Do remember the thick, connective tissue layer is present between this, around this benign tumor. So there is no chance of the leaving the cells and enter in the blood and go and make tumor in different area. So these cells are benign cells. Benign tumor is not a cancer. So next, heroin accelerate the body function. Malignant tumor may exhibit the metastasis. Patient who have undergo surgery are given cannabinoids. Surgery undergoing given what beta? This cannabinoids are heroin or morphine. So what's the correct answer? Very good. Option is what? Tell me. Option C. Malignant shows what? Tell me. Metastasis. Next question, sir.
Next one. Consider the following statement and choose the right option. Seed banks store cryopreserved pollen grains. That is actually wrong. They actually store the seeds only. Pollen banks will be storing the pollen grains and all. And remember the temperature also. Cryopreservation, it is in liquid nitrogen at minus 196 degrees Celsius. So first option is incorrect. Second one, pollen grains are the male gametophyte of angiosperm. Remember the pollen grain structure. It's having an outer exine made up of sporopollenin, which is not continuous. There is a germ pore. Inside that there is an intine, and it will be having a vegetative cell with irregular nucleus, and there is a generative cell that will give rise to two male gametes. So that's all about the pollen grain. So this pollen grain is the male gametophyte which produce two male gametes. So here statement 1 is wrong but 2 is correct.
Question number 45. Where will you look for the sporozoid of malarial parasite? Now I'm giving chance to my audience where you will identify the sporozoid. We know Malarian Plasmodium vivax is the infected stage. Plasmodium vivax infected stage is sporozoid. Sporozoids are present in where? Saliva of infected female Anopheles mosquito. Red blood cells. No. Red blood cells, leave it, beta. Red blood cells, leave it. Next, spleen of infection human. Leave it. Salivary glands of fleshy moulted female Anopheles mosquito. Where is this present, beta? Infected mosquito or fleshy moulted? Isham, it is infected or fleshy moulted? They given here, it is fleshy moulted is given here. Where is the sporozoid present? Come on, any one of you? Any one of you tell me. Here, saliva of infected female Anopheles mosquito. So where it is getting? Tell me, infected. So what is the answer then? What is the answer then?
Kavya has given.
Very good, Kavya. Good. So tell me, the fleshy moulted female Anopheles mosquito saliva have? If it is bite also, nothing happened. You got my point? Yes. So answer is what? Tell me. Infectious saliva infected female Anopheles mosquito. Next question.
Next question. Consider the following statement and choose the right option. Statement 1. Sporogenous tissue of anther is not haploid, it is diploid. So hope you remember the structure of anther. Outermost 3 layers are involved in protection and adhesions. That is epidermis, endothecium as well as middle layer. In that epidermis is single layer, endothecium is single layer, middle layer is multi-layered. And in that the 4th layer inside tapetum, single layer multinucleated. They are involved in nourishment. And inner to that sporogenous tissue is coming, that is diploid, which will undergo meiosis after becoming microspore mother cell in order to form 4 microspore, which will undergo 2 rounds of mitosis to form the 3-celled pollen grain. And in that, remember, 60% angiosperm pollens are released in bicelled stage, and the 40% it is released in 3-celled stage. Tapetum nourishes the developing pollen.
Yes.
That is actually correct. And it will be multinucleated single layer. And it will be undergoing degeneration when the pollen is or the anther is undergoing dehiscence. Remember that also. So here statement 1 is wrong,
7
and 2
is
is
correct.
correct.
Next question, 47th question. Look at here. Which of the following statement correct respected to AIDS? AIDS, correct statement. Correct statement we need to identify. The HIV can be transmitted through eating food together with the infected person. My God, is this true? His statement is true, beta? No, right? No, right? Yes, yes, yes. I'm going fast. I'm going to finish. So this is not correct. Drug addicted are least what they call susceptible for the HIV infection. Next, HIV/AIDS patients are being fully cured. No, they cannot fully cure. The causative HIV/AIDS retrovirus enter the helper T cell, thus reduce their number is given. So tell me here, which of the following statement is correct with respect to AIDS is given? What is the correct answer of this question? Come on, fast. Good. So I am writing what? Option D. Next
one, choose the statement which is not correct. Perisperm differ from endosperm. That is actually correct. Vegetative cell of pollen grain divides and form male gametes. That is actually wrong. You know that it is generative cell, not the vegetative cell that is going to divide and form the male gametes. Pollen tube enters the synergate through filiform apparatus. So what is the function of filiform apparatus? Guiding the entry of pollen tube into the embryo sac is the function of filiform apparatus. After that, one of the synergate will degenerate. Pollen germination and pollen tube growth are regulated by chemical components of pollen interacting with those of pistil. That is pollen pistil interaction in that area. So pollen pistil interaction, a question is coming for board and all. You should remember it's starting from the pollen that is getting falling on the stigma. Starting from there, its germination and entry into the embryo sac of ovule. Up to there, it is called as pollen pistil interaction. It's due to some chemical, sugar, moisture, boron, all these released by the stigma. Very good, all have answered.
Next question. Look at the next question. Which of the following it not cause organism of ringworm? Ringworm, moist and heat help to grow in what they call on the neck area, on the scalp area, between the fingers, groinoid areas. Which of the following is not a cause of what will be ringworm? 49th question. Last only one question left, beta. That is from sexual reproduction flowering plant. You are already getting the answer. Come on. What's the right answer? Tell me. Right, very good. So microsporum, yes. Trichoderma, yes. Epidermophyton, yes. Macrosporum is where did this macrosporum come from, right? So the right answer is what? Option D. Sabas. Very good. Next question. Last question, beta.
Given below are two statements, assertion and reason. So let me read the assertion. Nuclear endosperm is formed by subsequent nuclear division without word formation initially. You know about the coconut milk fluid. The subsequent nuclear division is actually taking place, but cell wall formation is not occurring. But after some time only, around each nucleus, the cell walls start forming to turn into the coconut white kernel. So white kernel of coconut is actually cellular endosperm. So coconut is an example of such endosperm where endosperm remains nuclear throughout the life is wrong. It's not nuclear throughout the life. It also becomes cellular. So assertion is actually correct, but reason is not correct. So hope we touched almost all the parts and examples that were there in NCERT.
Right, my dear students, keep in mind this session 100%. I hope it will help you to get good marks, beta. So everyone start preparing today. Everyone, these two chapters thoroughly revise what we discussed, and I'm very happy. We are very happy. Everyone is giving nice answers. 100 out of 100 in theory class and 360 by 360 in where? NEET exam. All the very best who are going to appear NEET and also final examination. Yes or no, sir?
Yes.
So next
because
class.
the answer was coming continuously continuously
Yes.
from everyone.
Husna,
and almost I
Reem.
will tell it was very good session.
Very good.
Very interactive session. Good answers was coming, and I'm also very happy that this much answers were coming before we start discussing itself.
Right. Next chapters are biotechnology and one more chapter beta. That chapter is maybe from that what they call organism and population and ecosystem. Last chapter we will select, and 2 chapters, 50 questions. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow we will meet and we will come again. I hope everyone will come and you will give super answers like today. All the best. Good night all of you.
Okay then. Bye. Good night.
Harsh.